The Bepoz system is a fully audited system. This means that when actions are done within the Bepoz system, an audit log is created. You can view this audit log to track back to see what has happened within your system. Audit log entries are created for most actions you perform within the system. Actions such as adding a product, editing a product, creating an operator, an account, a supplier, receiving a purchase order, even performing a report. It is important to remember it doesn't track keystrokes, just simply the main actions that you perform. Additionally, if you cancel out of making edits, this will not be tracked. Only edits that are saved are tracked. There are over 500 different types of audit entries that can be created within your system as you use it. We will not be going through every different type of audit. However, let's look at the audit log and see the common ones that are created in that audit log. There are a few different ways of getting into the audit log. For the moment, let's look at the main audit report, which resides within other reports on the main menu, and then audit report. This is the main audit report screen, and as you can see, I've already shown numerous audits at the bottom of the screen. There are a few flags at the top which we'll come back to later. Firstly, let's have a look at the audits that we have currently for this current shift. If I scroll down, you'll see that there's been numerous audit entries already created. If we go back to the top, you'll see the first 3 entries show me that not only did I start up Smart Controller and back office and then logged in. This is key information that tells me that the system has been restarted. It shows me the date, the time, and any operator that was relevant. You'll see that the back office login was for an operator called support. Subsequent to this, there was numerous database send fails. In this system, we don't have the tills connected. Hence, we have the fail on the send. These audits should not be occurring on your system. Scrolling down, we can see that there's been maintenance procedures carried out on this system. We see that there was an address edit, an operator edit, we've deleted a view. These are all key operations that have occurred in this system, and these are things that I may want to be looking back and confirming that not only who did these operations, but also what time and on what workstation they performed these operations. For the edits, I can also see the actual edit that they did. I can see here that the SWEP's address has been changed to this new address. Looking down further, I can see that the audit log also includes certain reports that have been run. I can see that the supply products report and the stock purchases report, and obviously the audit report has been run. Let's now perform an action that would create a new audit. Let's go and change a price. If I go into the Pepsi can, select a store, and now change a price. If I go back to my audit report, refresh that audit report, scroll to the bottom, you'll see here that not only is it showing me that I edited the product store and it shows me what the new price is, it also shows me that I hit the OK button on the product, which performed a product edit function. However, nothing was changed in the product. Looking back, we can still see the time and date, the workstation, and the operator who performed these audits. As you see, this is very powerful, and the system is tracking the actions that are taken within the system. This makes it very easy to go back and see if someone has changed something that you didn't want them to change. However, it is not just enough for the system to record these audit logs. The system can also alert you automatically when one of these audits have been generated. This is the subject of another video in the series called Setting Up Alerts. Just briefly, you can configure the system so that once a particular audit has been generated, it can alert you either using a critical alert or a warning alert. These appear at the top left-hand corner of your back office screen. Or, if you have the messaging enabled in your system, it can send you a page, it can send you an email, or it could even send you an SMS. These can be scheduled so that particular audits are only tracked on the weekends or after a certain time at night. You may wish to get an SMS during the day, but on the weekend, if an audit is generated, simply just send you an email. These options are all covered in the video on alerts. Anyway, let's look back at other audits. Let's look at another time period and we'll see different audits. You'll see here I've selected second last month and I have all the audits for that month. Alternatively, and a lot more powerfully, I can select a particular date from and time from and a date to and time to. So if I have a fair idea of when the audit occurred, I can actually pinpoint the time that I'm looking at. If we look down this report, you'll see that there were many audits created within this time period. You'll see that there is quite a few here, and it's very difficult to find individual ones unless I know exactly what time I'm looking for. This is where filters become very powerful within the system. If you're unfamiliar with filters, there is a video in this series that covers the use of filters. In this case, I wish to bring up a filter and I'll filter based on the audit type. You'll see that the system is showing me all the different types of audits that are currently in this report. I can select any one of these I wish. I can select a back office log off. Now it's showing me all the times within that time period that the back office was logged off, which workstation and the operator name. Looking further, I can see when condiments were added. As you see, there were numerous condiments added within this time period. Looking further down, you'll see that there are many different types of audits and the very important actions that have been happening within the system. Things like job delete. So I can see when people are adding things, editing things, and deleting things. Okay, but let's look at a different filter within the system. How about we look at filtering using data A? You'll see that there are two columns here, data A and data B. These vary depending on what sort of audit you are generating. Basically, they hold the information about the item that the audit has been generated against, be it the product name, the operator name, or the account name. In this case, up here we see it was the job name that was deleted. If we scroll up, we'll see that majority of audits only have one name attached to them. However, in this case, there is a prod store edit, meaning changing the price, and it shows me the name of the product and then the name of the store. Scrolling across, in the other details, I see that the price 1 for size 1 was changed to 100, meaning $1. We'll look at another way of finding price changes and product changes in a moment. However, for the moment, what I wish to do is use the filter to actually find all the changes that a particular operator has made. So now I can select a particular operator and I can see all the changes that that operator has performed on the system within the date range selected. Additionally, I can do further filtering and filter down to account edits. Now I can see all the account edits for that operator for that date range. As you see, the audit report is very powerful and it's a very important tool in your arsenal when you're maintaining your system. Okay, let's have a look at another way that we can access the audit report. As I said earlier, there is an easier way of finding product edits and price edits within the system. If I go to a product within the system and I bring up the product edit screen, I can see down the bottom left hand corner there is a View Audit History button. Now this is the same report as what we were looking at, but a bit more powerfully. Firstly, I can pre-select the number of days I wish to find the audits for. But this is not just looking for this product, it is actually looking for all the changes that are connected to this product, meaning it will not only show the product edits, it'll show the price edits, it'll show any changes to the condiments, to the suppliers, to the barcodes for this product. So this is a very powerful way of finding all the changes that have been performed on this product within the time period. This is also achievable in the account screen. If I go into the account list and I select an account, on this screen there is also a button called View Audit History. Selecting this and selecting the number of days will bring up the report. As you see, this is a very fast way of getting all the changes for an account or a product, and very powerful within the system. This has been an overview of the audits within the system. I recommend that you view the audit report and familiarise yourself with the audits that are generated within your system.